Chopping it up. Reality Speaks. It's the Rock Boss SiegelCapone back up in here. Podcast Thursday. It's going down. I'm feeling real good right now. And I think it's going to really spill over into some of the things I just wanted to touch on in this topic for tonight, which is, just identifying with some of the environmental aspects of life, of success, of business. Because we got to understand first and foremost that as business owners, you have to understand your target audience, the demographic. You have to understand your target audience, the demographic of everything that you brand and where you putting it out. That's what develops the market that increases or decreases your profit. Because it first starts off with how much do you understand where you live affects your mindset, the type of people you involve yourself with or you around. Like, your workplace is supposed to be this team effort, this team environment, but how many of y'all done been in situations where it was still every man for himself, even though you're supposed to be on the same team? And to me, that's kind of where the family then trickled and, then took identity of that same type of thing, where you automatically born to this team. But as you grow, and in today's world, we see a lot of families broke apart and separated, and it's every man for himself. You don't see family bonding together and pulling together to make sure this one right, then make sure that one right, like we used to. And it's sad. It's real sad that, we don't have that type of environment built around that we raising as a tradition for our kids to come up and become better and carry it on, So kids is wanting to be out on their own quicker because they haven't been raised in a foundation of togetherness, And it's crazy because, like I said, as the years pass by and the different situations go on, it affects your mindset by the environment and the vibe and the energy that we build up around each other, So you have to understand how important that is to every part of your life. Your environment, it starts at home, your neighborhood, your community, your city, Then it's your state, your country, the world, So imagine if you surrounded by misery every day, all day. Nothing there to inspire you. Nobody telling you gonna make it and I believe in you and can I help you, or if you ever been in that situation or if you going through it right now, just really ask yourself those questions. Like, who is there to become that or trying to be that in your life? And if you don't have none of that positive vibe, positive energy surrounding you immediately every day you get up or you go to work or you doing your daily activity, then it's vital that you should start identifying with that and try your best to move into a spot where you can change that. Move into a spot where you can change that, because it's just not cool to be it's just not cool to be that only person that gives off a positive vibe. No more than it would be for the only person giving off the negative vibe, you know? So to be surrounded by a place where you don't feel growth, you don't feel inspired, you don't feel love, you don't feel companionship, you don't feel the fruitful parts of life that involve spirituality more than just mind and body, that you need in order to have a beautiful quality of life. That should be the foundation of how you build your life. Then work and business and all the other stuff that you add into life. So your environment is important. You have to get into a spot, you know, I believe. And so that's why it's hard being from Detroit, Michigan with me, because it's not a lot of inspiring people that give off that good vibe and that motivation that you need, like I said, in order to better the quality of your life. And what I really don't understand is, if you in misery or a bad place, how do you become content with the struggle and don't do nothing about it? Like, I'ma just wake up and live in misery, live around uninspired, dead in the spirit people every day of my life, and I'm just content with here. Oh, I'm repping my city, I ain't leaving my hood, I'ma die for this. It ain't even worth dying for, you know? And you just gonna give up your one gift and spin around life when this whole world is out here to be explored, and you can change and move into a whole different climate, a whole different atmosphere, a whole different time zone, and you don't know nothing in life until you experience it. So just the potential of how much better life could be don't inspire you to keep moving until you get exactly what you want out of it. Like, or, you know, like, relationships lock a lot of people down too, and it becomes this miserable thing that sucks the life out of you every day, and people just attach to you so hard and won't let you go. And they expect you to just be content with the struggle and never do nothing about it. And it's sad when it ends in violence and it ends in death and all the traumatic drama that we pull out of each other from relationships, from starting with the mindset of getting up every day, building and helping that environment grow and flourish around you and everybody else that comes in contact with you. Or you just allow it to continue dying and just becoming poison, and instead of changing it, you just let it consume you and everything around you. And that's a real messed up position to just decide to be in. Like, I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I don't understand why people do it. You cannot never become content with the struggle. And that's why we got to start breaking our minds out of these 95% thoughts and get into the 5% thoughts, where we want ownership, we want control of our life again, and we willing to better break the molds to better ourselves. And as long as we do that and always continue to go back to the beginning and understand the energy and the spirituality aspect of life, then we will understand our environment and nature and how this energy is transferred and becomes quality, and we become responsible enough to use these powers that God gifted us with to make the world better. And I'm feeling so good, so that's what I wanted to touch on, is just being in a great place right now in my mindset first, because I know that my environment affects my mindset in a lot of ways. So since I'm not in the best environment, I have to combat that with my spirit and with my body every day to train my mindset to stay focused on where I'm moving, the positive direction, which will lead me to my next place of being, which is a more positive environment. That's all I'm accepting in my life. Peace of mind, peace of body, peace of soul. And I'm going to change atmospheres everywhere I go based on the message, the energy, the love that God gave me and put me on a mission to deliver through everything that I'm doing. Chop it up. Reality speaks.